Hey guys, Lizardlea here for Christmas Minis Snow Globe. I don't have it open to the page because I didn't think ahead. So that's this guy. Very cute. I might do the bear drumming. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. But today I'm doing the Snow Globe. I already pulled out the color sport and everything. I don't really have anything else to add. I'm still using the scroll frame currently. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I'm getting used to it. I will say I pulled out an old vest, actually. I was going to say shirt, but it's a vest. And I've been laying it over the piece where the knob is to keep the whole scroll frame or the whole scroll in there because you actually might be able to see it. Yeah, that scratch right there, that was from me when I was stitching. I scratched myself on it. So, yeah. It's okay. We're working with it. I'm getting there. I'm learning. um, yeah, I don't have anything else to add, so I'm going to get to cross stitching. All right. I hope 2021 has been treating you guys right so far. It's only been like, what, 2, 3 days now? So I haven't been looking at the news because I'm just avoiding to find out if 2020 is being extended longer than it should be. So, ugh, ugh. And come on, 2021, just be nice, okay? Just be nice, be gentle. All right, I am going to continue with the trivia because David is still asleep. 90. Is gift giving common among all human cultures? I mean, everywhere I've been, I believe so. And it's not necessarily like always birthdays and holidays. Sometimes, you find something that you think your friend would like, so you give it to them. And that happens across numerous cultures. So, yeah, I don't know if it's common across all human cultures because I don't know about all of them, but a lot of the ones I have learned about, it's common. I think trade tends to be very common across most human cultures as well. So, take that as you will. It says, if it is, what does that say about us as a species? I think it says that we care about the ones we like. Or, we care about others, I guess. 91. If you could do so, how would you change the world? I mean, I've already said I'd nix cancer. So long as I can get rid of that and not have the world be introduced to something worse, that would be wonderful. Because, like, I don't think I can get... I highly doubt they would give me the power, excuse me, to get rid of, like, all diseases. But I feel like cancer is just... God, it's so bad. Like, I have asthma. I've had asthma ever since I can remember. And it's not fun. But mine has proven manageable. Like I'm 29 now, and every single year, people would be like, "Oh, sorry, I keep yawning." The fireworks, you guys. I didn't get a lot of sleep. A lot of people would be like, "Oh, you're 15. Well, when you're 16, you'll probably grow out of your asthma." I turned 16. Oh, well, when you're 18, you'll probably you'll probably grow out of your asthma. Well, when you're 21, when you're 25, and it kept growing, and I was like, you guys are just being ridiculous. Like, I have accepted I'm gonna have this for the rest of my life. Could you please stop acting like I'm gonna grow out of it? Like, I'm sick of hearing that. Like, stop it. I don't care. If I grow out of it, that's wonderful. If I don't, I've managed for it. 25 plus years, I will continue to manage with it. Just leave me alone. So, I think the ones that are manageable can stay, because we all do still need to deal with hardship in some sense. And then, I mean, I don't know, maybe, some higher power decided cancer was what we needed because of population control, but I feel like that's a terrible answer. Like, you just make people less likely to get pregnant if that's going to be your deal. I don't know, you guys. Oh, I can't be yawning. It's making me angry. I apologize. 92. If you were immortal for a day, what would you do? I'm not really much of a risk taker. I mean, I think it'd be fun to go parachute out of a plane. And if I'm immortal, I'd definitely be more likely to do that, because if I fall, it wouldn't kill me. But I mean, this question is if I'm immortal. It's not if I won't get hurt or suffer permanent damage, nothing like that. So, like, if I fall out of a plane and it doesn't kill me, I'm still probably going to be paralyzed for life in some way. So, if the stipulation with this is that I don't get hurt, or if I do get hurt, nothing will be permanent, parachuting out of a plane would be cool. I've always wanted to do that ever since the freaking Power Rangers movie, you guys. When they all jump out of the plane, and, like, Tommy was on a surfboard for some reason. It's so cool, you guys. I loved that sequence. I loved that movie. I don't care what anybody says. I loved it. I love the Power Rangers. 93. Would you break the law to save a loved one? Yeah. Absolutely. Like, I mean, if I have 5 minutes to get to my loved one, and I have to speed to get there, I'll do it. That's breaking the law. What does it say? Get the answer, then dig into which laws you would actually break. Okay. If we're taking it to the extreme, like, if someone is holding a gun to David's head, and I have the opportunity to take them out, I think I would. Like, I feel like the threat of murder can be met with murder if it's genuine. Like, if it turns out to be a prank, I'm never going to forgive myself. But, like, if someone breaks into our house and they are ready to kill David unless I do something, I will do something. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not really much of a believer of an eye for an eye, but I'm not going to let someone kill one of my loved ones if I have the power to stop that. Like, and if I go to jail for it, at least I'll go to jail thinking, hey, you know what? David's still alive, or my mom's still alive, my brother's still alive. Like, I got rid of someone who could have, had they killed my loved one, could have potentially gone on to kill me and others. I stopped that cycle. That's just me, though. I don't know. 94. Where do you find the meaning in your life? I feel like the meaning of life is different for every person. I feel like I've talked about this before, and I apologize if you guys constantly hearing the same things from me. But yeah, I feel like it's different for everyone. I feel like the meaning of love, everything is different for everyone. I believe everybody has multiple soulmates, and those soulmates are not necessarily someone you're going to be romantic with. Like, Tessa was one of my soulmates, and she was a cat. Like, that's just my perspective. And that's also why I think some people, if they get married and their loved one passes away, they pass away, a couple days later. That's because that was one of either their largest soulmates or their last remaining ones, something like that. And then there are other people who their loved one passes away and they continue to live for a few decades. They might even find someone else. Yes, that loved one was definitely still a soulmate. I'm not taking anything away from that. But this person still has other soulmates. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's a matter of, I don't know, not necessarily drive, but I think it goes beyond just the will to live. Because, like, I'm sure there are plenty of people who've lost a loved one and they've given up for a while, or, just given up in general, and they continue to live. Like, it happens. And then there are people who they lose a loved one and they have given up. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah, I don't. What I what am I talking about? Where do you find meaning in your life? Soulmates and the things you enjoy doing. So like your loved ones, your best friends, the people around you, and the things that you find joy in. I find joy in cross stitching. I find joy in watching anime. I find joy in watching movies and talking with friends and reading books. So I find the meaning of my life in happiness there. Does that make sense? I went on a long tangent, and I don't know if it made sense. I apologize. 95. What percentage of your life do you feel truly alive? 95% of it. And the 5% that I'm not is when I'm asleep and not dreaming. I don't ever feel like I'm not truly alive. I don't understand this question. Can you raise that percent higher? Yeah, I'm sorry. If anybody else interprets this question in a way that they can explain to me, please do, because I feel stupid. I don't know. Like, I guess, like, when I was working at Ross, I felt nothing. Like, maybe when I was working at Ross, that percentage would be, like, 50%, because most of my life was going into a job that treated me horribly, and it was not fun. But with my current job, I don't feel that way. So I don't know. And then when I'm not working, whether it's at a good job or a bad job, like I'm generally a happy person, so I feel truly alive. I don't know. I'm moving on. 96. What has taken up too much of your life? Oh, work, obviously. And that's I've had a job since I was old enough to babysit. I was in what, 4th or 5th grade when I started babysitting, and not just my brother. I started babysitting other people. So, at 13 I became a bagger on base. Not full time, obviously, but yeah, I absolutely think work takes up way too much of at least Americans' lives. And I think I'm gonna have to go with the Japanese as well. Like, the Spanish, they know what's up, man. Taking siestas and relaxing, that's ideal. Because what kills me is, as a kid, you're supposed to enjoy life. And, like, I liked school. But the majority of people I know did not like school. So the majority of people weren't really happy growing up. And then you turn 18, you graduate, and you're expected to, get a job, go to college. And neither of those things are inherently fun. Neither of them is inherently enjoyable for life. So, and then you're expected to keep that job until you're 65, if you're lucky and can retire at that age. It's just, I really think it sucks. I really wish it were possible for everyone to take on a job that they enjoyed. Excuse me. Like, that they found some kind of fulfillment in, but could also take breaks, and it wouldn't be so stressful. But most people, like, don't want to work retail or work in a restaurant as, like the lower level employees, like a waitress, for instance. So that's inherently flawed already. But work takes up so much of our time, you guys. And it's insane. It's insane. 97. What job do you think you were born to do? I don't know. Were grandmas in like the 50s and 60s paid to make little cross stitch things like this? If so, that's what I was born to do. But alas, I was not born back then. I was born in the 90s, and this is not a job. I don't know. I mean, I'm good at math and I like numbers, so accounting, which is what I'm in. So, well, actually, technically I'm in data entry. I'm not in accounting. I'm getting there. I'm learning new things. So, hopefully soon I get a new title and it'll be better. We'll see. 98. Do you believe things happen for a reason? I do. When I hear questions like this, I think of the song This by Darius Rucker. He was the singer for Hootie and the Bluefish. Hootie and the Blowfish. Sorry. It's not Bluefish. I know it's Blowfish. So I love his voice personally. But the song This is a great song. I love that song. And he's just saying, like, if all of these things in my life hadn't happened, I wouldn't have come to where I am now. Every stoplight I didn't miss, or I'm not saying the lyrics right, but the college he wanted to go to until he got that letter, that line, that's a line from the yes. The woman that turned him down, all these other things, they led to where he is now. And the song opens, I believe, with him laying on the couch with his kid on his chest or something, and it's just, it's nice for him. He's happy. And if all these other things hadn't happened, he wouldn't be where he is now. And that includes the good and the bad. I think generally he sings about the bad, which is, the kind of the point of things happen for a reason. So, yeah. Like, I liked working at Michael's. It definitely wasn't the best job I ever had, but I liked it. And if I had never worked there, if I hadn't worked in retail and been beaten down, I never would have met David. And, like, that's one of the biggest things in my life right now. And same thing, if I hadn't worked at Michael's, I would never have met my best friend Elizabeth. And I wouldn't be where I am right now. Like, I can't imagine my life without either of them at this point. And, our friend group. So, yeah. Every single customer being rude to me, I still stayed. I powered through that. So, yeah, I don't know. I think so. And I said earlier, I have asthma. I've been hospitalized. It's not been great. My asthma is not perfect, but it's manageable. When I was younger, it was not fun. And I think it's allowed me to relate to people in a different way. It's given me the opportunity to be more empathetic. It's allowed me to understand that not all pain is visible, and not all people are even going to understand that you're in pain. I mean, heck, being allergic to cats and dogs. The only people who really understand what I'm talking about are other people who are allergic to common animals. Like, or, grass, like common things. If you're allergic to, I don't know, penoxycillin or penicillin, something like that, like, I don't think I said the right thing. If you're allergic to a medication that can be replaced with something else, you usually find that out very young, to the point that you don't remember what having an allergic reaction is like. They're not really going to understand on the same level as someone who's like, yeah, I'm allergic to cats and dogs, and my brother got a cat, and we live together, and it's miserable now. But he thinks if I take Claritin every day, it'll be fine. It's not. Like, I miss Tessa every single day, you guys. But I don't have to take a Claritin every day anymore. And it's nice. Especially because Claritin usually doesn't last 24 hours. So, it just... But I think it's given me the opportunity to relate to people in a way I wouldn't have been able to had I not had asthma, if that makes sense. Like, I've met people who have diabetes, and I would say diabetes is probably significantly worse than asthma. But I still understand what it's like to have to take a medication every day, to have to pay attention to yourself, to have to sit back and think, and, to have to explain to people what you're doing when you're using your medication, and having to deal with them worrying about you or sometimes not caring that you have these issues. So I think I have asthma for a reason, and yeah, I know not everyone deals with diseases like that, but that's how I get through mine. So, yeah. Next time is going to be question number 99. And that is the end of Christmas Mini Snow Globe. I got 2 hours and 56 minutes of footage. And I thought it was super weird that so much was outlined in gray, but it doesn't look horrible. Only thing that sucks is that you can barely see the snow except for on the sled. So, French knots, not my favorite thing, but I did them. I don't know what I'm cross-stitching tomorrow. I don't think it matters. I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go eat dinner. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys next video.